of what was it, Chestnut Groves. Um, you left town, and two of the band that helped you kind of departed and went their own ways, trying to track down the hags, while you guys went in another direction. As you guys have been traveling, Ren, you've kind of reached out to Stoll a little bit, tried to make friends with him. The Stoll has been very withdrawn. He doesn't seem to be interested in becoming friends that much, and he's really he's not very talkative on the whole trip. You guys head south, skirting the mountains and coming around and entering into the swamp area, and you come across this small town. It's probably about 300 inhabitants. It's not an overly large city. It's not a shanty area. There's a large keep in front of the town where you see several town guard walking around. They got the sun symbol of Pelmore on their shield. As you drift into the town, things are pretty quiet there. People seem happy. What are you guys looking for when you first enter into the town?
A tavern.
A tavern. You guys come into the town, and the streets are pretty muddy. It's a swampy area. There's a dank smell in the air pretty much all of the time. As you approach the town, you see several towns guard moving in and out, kind of on patrols. They look like they're not on a high alert, but they're definitely being vigilant as they're looking around. As you enter into the city, Lika, refresh my memory. What is the name of the tavern in this town? Is it the Gilded Pony?
I do believe so.
I believe it was. You see a tavern called the Gilded Pony, and on the front, you see this golden horse that's kind of raised up on its back feet, reared up. You enter into the tavern, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's got a few patrons in. Most of them are eating, and you notice a large man behind the bar. He's got kind of the mutton chops that come down the side. He's probably about 45 years old, thinning hair on top, but not too bad. And he's kind of cleaning up the counter. He sees you walk in, kind of gives you a nod, and continues cleaning the counter.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar and I'm gonna ask for a drink.
I'm gonna go up to the bar as well.
All right, so the two of you approach the bar, and he's cleaning a glass. He walks over to you, and he dries his hands off on his apron. He goes, "What can I get you today, folks?"
The stronger the better. Give me alcohol.
Stronger the better. You got it. And for you, lass.
Do you have any apple juice?
Apple juice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we have any apple juice. Hold, give me a moment. Let me check in the back. And you see him walk into the back. You hear a discussion back there. He comes back and he's closest we've got to apple juice is we've got some wine in the back, and some milk, and well, my wife's made some tea. Would you like some tea?
Sure, I'd love some. All right.
Tea, and for you, sir, some of my special shine. And he sits a jug on the counter, goes into the back, comes back with a nice little glass of tea. Do you like it warm? Hot?
I'm gonna put my hand up and just say, how much for the entire jug?
The entire jug of shine?
Yes.
Are you sure you want to drink that much?
Of course. How much?
5 silver.
Mine. Done.
Seems like a terrible idea.
Thank you, sir. And he kind of counts it out. He slides you the thing, puts a glass in front of you, and he hands you your tea. There's a little bit of steam coming off the top of the tea. It's pretty warm. Be careful now. My wife just made that.
Okay.
Are you hungry? Would you like something to eat? Got some mutton going in the back. Got a nice stew.
This'll do. Is it like a barrel or is it like a?
It's like a jug, like a moonshine jug.
Like a mason, like a big ass mason jar, or am I just dumb?
Oh no, it's large, much larger than that. It's like a jug, like you know, Pooh's honey pots.
No.
You know Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, okay, I got you now. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, it's like a honey pot, like that. It's about that big, but it's got a spigot on or
Oh, perfect.
top of the cork in it. Like the big things of wine you see in the grocery store. With the,
yeah.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna flick the top of the cork off with the tip of my finger, and it's gonna fly across the bar. Or at least I'm gonna try that. Do I have to roll for that, or can I
You're gonna have to roll to make it fly across the bar. Strength check.
Yeah. Fuck.
So you kind of wedge your thumb into it, and you look across the bar. You you think you're gonna take aim at a pot, and you flick it, and it just kind of fumbles off and falls to the floor right at your feet.
I'm just gonna raise my shoulders, whatever, and just
that was
drink
so great.
I'm gonna try and down half of it.
What are you doing while you see this going on, Ren?
I'm just gonna go find a table and leave him alone.
So she gets up, she looks around the table. Are you looking to be with people, or are you wanting to be by yourself?
With people, anyone I can find.
Okay, so you see a young couple sitting over in the corner. There's an elderly man sitting at a table in the middle, and there are a couple of gentlemen closer to the door, and they're just like devouring food. They had ordered some of the stew, and they're just sloppily eating away. Other than that, you see a barmaid or two kind of floating around. There's some people in the corners. Some of them you can't really see that well because of the lighting in the tavern.
Who looks the friendliest?
I would say the couple.
All right, I'm gonna go straight up to the couple and sit down at their table.
And they just kind of they're talking to each other, sitting side by side. Obviously, a young couple getting all starry-eyed, and they just kind of look at you as you sit at the table. And the young man,
I'm Rin, and I hold out my hand to them.
Oh, hello, I'm Allison. Says the young man. And the girl goes, and I'm Leslie. Nice to
nice to meet you.
Are you new to town?
I am. Can you tell?
Never seen you before, and it's kind of a small town, so yeah, we can.
Anything fun to do around here?
Fun? Oh, there's plenty of fun to do. What do you like to do? And Allison kind of leans forward a little bit and leans in a little bit, puts his chin in his hand.
Well, I'm just gonna go talk to you two good-looking people later. Bye.
They just kind of watch you walk away, and they look at each other, kind of shrug, and start.
I'm watching from the bar, chugging my fucking shine. I just shake my head, and I'm like, oh.
You see the old man. He's sitting at the table, and he's eating a little bit, drinking a little heavily. He kind of looks at you as you approach his table, and he kind of gives you a and goes back to eating his food.
Is the jug glass?
No, the jug is not glass.
Can I break it if I throw it hard enough?
Yes. Quite easily at your size.
I'm gonna chug the rest of it. I'm gonna slam it on the fucking ground and go, "Give me more!" And I'm gonna pull out 5 gold pieces and slam them on the bar, like the bar, like the counter. I couldn't think of the word.
And so the barkeep, he kind of walks over to you. He's like, that was actually my last jug. I've got ale. Would you like some ale? I've got some wine down in the cellar. I don't have any more shine. I'm sorry.
Are there any other taverns in town?
Of course, there's one in town, but you really don't want to go there.
How close is it?
It's on the other side of town, clear in the back.
Aw, man.
You don't think I'd let him get too close to me, do you? And then suddenly another gentleman walks up. He's kind of a tall, slender man, finely dressed, and he's like, "Oh, Gulford, you know you've got more in the back. Just get some for the fellow. And he's like, he looks over, he's, look at the size of him. Do you know what will happen if he gets too drunk in there? I just put the place back together. Do you remember the 5 that came in here earlier? Remember? They went in front of the magistrate. Just get it for him. I'll cover any damages. And Gulford's like,
Do I hear this? Do I hear them saying this shit about me?
yeah, you hear it because they're standing right next to you. And he's like,
what do you think I am, buddy? You think I can't afford what I'm doing here? I'm gonna take out 20 gold pieces and dump them out on the fucking counter.
And you see the gentleman standing next to you, the finely dressed gentleman, kind of looks down. He goes, pushes it back toward you. He goes, no need for that now. No need for that. Put that away before. He kind of looks around. Someone you don't want to see or want to know sees that. And he pushes it back toward you. He turns to the bartender and he just kind of shakes his head and he goes off back. He comes back with 2 more bottles, 2 more jugs.
Yeah.
Sets them on the counter. He goes, this is really the last that I've... Now listen, I want no trouble in my bar. You got me?
I'm going to drop 2 gold pieces in his hand and just slowly slide them off the counter. I'm going to slip one in my bag and the other one I'm going to crack open. And this time I'm going to fucking fling this bad boy when I fucking flick the cork. I'm going to be aiming for fucking, I don't know, the old guy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah!
Now do a dexterity check.
Ah, shit.
So you wedge your thumb into it, you pop the cork flies across the room and falls right into the stew that's sitting in front of the couple. Her dress gets splattered with the stuff. The boy looks over, he looks up at you, he starts to get up, he looks you up and down, he sits down, picks up a napkin and begins wiping his girlfriend's dress off, looking your way. You see there's a heated discussion, he's like pleading, she's like angry, but he's able to console her. What are you doing there?
I'm going up to Stoll and hitting him in the chest and being like, use your manners, mister.
Are there rules against lifting PCs by the skull?
So,
she's a pixie, right?
no, she's an elf.
That's also very small, yes?
Not overly small, not like halfling or...
Small enough that I can grab her by the skull and pick her up off the ground?
Yeah, I don't know about by the skull.
Fine, whatever. I'm gonna walk over to the couple and apologize, and I'm gonna throw piece of gold on the table and finish the rest of my drink.
And what are you sorry for?
Nothing.
No.
Well, that's quite all right. The young man slides the gold piece.
I'm already walking away. It's theirs now. They can't fix that.
And the girl, you can hear her under her breath, one of stupid freaking Goliath. I can't believe he did this. I just bought this. You know how long I had to work for this? And you just hear them going back and forth with each other. So you're going to go sit at one of the tables?
I'm going back to the bar. I don't know what Wildly's doing.
Okay, do you go back to the bar? What are you doing, Ren?
I'm just going to go sit beside him. Keep an eye on him.
So you sit down at the bar with your big hulking self, and she slides up next to you, all cheery face, looking up at you with a smile.
Can I chug the rest of the jug, or do I have to do the Constitution check for that?
You will definitely have to do a Constitution.
Yeah, I'm good.
You begin drinking it. The world begins to kind of look a little fuzzy around you, and you start to sway a little on your stool. It does make you a little happier. You're not quite as angry and grumpy as you were when you came in. And as you look around the bar, you get this little smile on your face, and kind of kick back. You feel a little nauseous in your stomach, but not too bad yet.
Bartender, do you have some water, please? Thank
and
you.
maybe some bread for him.
No
I'm
bread.
sorry, bread?
Just water.
Yeah,
Bringing
bread
the
for him.
and-
He needs
and,
it.
She's not my mom. Just water.
So
Just
he
water.
he walks away. You see him come back a short time later. He's got a big pitcher of water. He sits down and slides it meekishly towards you, and he puts some bread in front of you, Ren, and just kind of gives you the eyebrows to, feed some.
Before she can touch it, I'm gonna smash my fist down on the bread so it's just smushed. And I'm gonna take the pitcher and start drinking water so I don't puke it.
And about this time, one of the actually do a perception check, both of you.
Perception. Nope. Whoops. Nope. That's wisdom, right?
PERCEP.
15.
All right. Do you want to do one as well, Ren?
How do I do it?
Go into skills.
Yep.
It's at like bottom middle. No wait. Yeah, flat out middle.
Okay, where do I click though?
You click the little. You see the. It says total. Click that. Double click it.
Okay. Nope.
So you are completely just taken in by what's going
Wait, do I need to roll with disadvantage since I'm drunk as fuck?
on. Yeah, go ahead. That's a good idea. Yeah, and
That was awesome.
you are focused on the piece of bread that you have smashed into the table.
For a moment, I was like, "Wait,
Yeah.
I
You
love
heard
bread."
something, you turned your head, and then you were like, bread. And you smashed it again. You guys sit there for a little bit, and a short time later, you hear footsteps behind you. And as you both kind of turn and look, and you see 5 town's guard kind of walk into the room, and you see the girl and the boy who were sitting at the table. The girl is like talking to the guard, pointing in your direction, and you can't make out what she's saying, but she is not happy. The guard's kind of looking at her, and he's nodding his head, puts his hand on her shoulder, and starts walking over toward you.
Man.
He stands behind you, and with the other 4 behind him. Good sir, may I have a moment of your time?
Don't say anything stupid.
Shut up. What can I do for you, sir?
We've had some complaints about your behavior today.
What about? What'd I do?
Well, it seems like you're becoming a little unruly. Now, we wouldn't want to have to take you before the magistrate.
I was having a little bit of fun. I sent one cork the wrong way because I am very intoxicated, and I repaid her very generously with 1 whole gold piece. If that is not enough for Her Majesty, then I apologize. And then I burp.
And you see him kind of pull he scribbles his nose up a little bit and kind of wafts away the breath. And he's like, looks over at the barkeep and goes, I think this one needs to be cut off today.
Oh, you can't stop me! And I pull out the next jug. And I slowly pull off the cork and slam it down on the bar counter and then drink the rest of that one. Or not the rest of it, but I start drinking at it.
You see the 4 guardsmen kind of pull back a little bit and put their hands on the swords. And the lead guard, puts his hand up, telling them to, just signaling for them to stay still. He's like, sir, might I suggest you take a walk? Get some fresh air. There are things to see around this town. We don't want any incidences here.
I'm a good time. But apparently no one else is. Bartender? Where's the closest weapon shop?
We have a blacksmith.
Where?
Come with us. We'll be glad to show you.
Perfect. And I get up very drunk. Do I need a constitution check for that as well, or am I good?
Give me one. Give me one. I want to see if you stagger.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, you stand up and you kind of sway for a moment as you stand up. And one of the guards walks up beside you and he like puts a hand on your arm a little bit to stop you from teetering. Ren kind of helps you on the other side. You start swaying her way a little bit, and then they start to lead you out of the tavern. What are you doing, Ren?
Oh, I'm definitely following. I have to watch him.
So the little elf is following along behind you, just kind of lightly smiling at everybody as she walks out, waving at the couple and kind of giving them a head nod. So you guys go out and they start leading you off to the right. You walk about 100 yards and you see a blacksmith shop side. Further down the way, you see some homes, a little more elaborate. You see one very large home. It's this immaculate, beautiful first-story house, and it's an immaculate yard around it with a large armored figure standing in the front of the house. Very large. Equal to your height, equal to your size. You hear the tanging, the clanging of the hammer on metal at the blacksmith shop. You see a few apprentices coming around. And as you enter the shop, a large man with a full black beard looks at you and looks at the guards and goes, "Oh, shit. Not going to have any trouble here, are we?"
No, I'm here for a good time, sir. I have some wares for you.
Oh!
You like?
Let me see what you got.
How do you feel about scimitars? Because I have one of those bad boys. Stole it off my dead friend.
At this, the guards are kind of just, they begin to look at each other, and the captain of the guard is just like,
Oh, don't worry. He didn't kill him. He just died.
No,
magically.
he was already dead.
"You're sure?"
Yes.
And at this point, the captain of the guard kind of pulls back a little, pulls you aside, Ren, and he goes, "So, what's a lovely lady like you do following around this behemoth?"
Are you trying to hit on me? Ew.
No. Well, no, of course not. I'm.
Okay, good. Just checking. No worries.
Said that the wildest way you possibly can.
Say what?
Are you hitting on me?
Yeah.
I love it.
And you hear a couple of the other guards, they kind of snicker a little bit. He turns and looks at them, and they straighten up really quickly. The blacksmith, he's like, you hand him the scimitar, and he kind of looks at you and goes, "This is well crafted, isn't it?"
Oh, yeah.
Balance
It's the best.
It's amazing.
How much will you give me for it?
You say the owner's dead, right?
Oh, yeah. Dead as it gets. He's gone. How much?
And you didn't kill him, did you?
No.
You adventurous. Always getting yourselves killed, but it keeps me in business, that's for sure.
How much gold?
Give me a moment. We'll take a look here. Oh, you're always in such a rush.
And after that, I have some pretty cool daggers, too. You'll love those.
Daggers, put those out on the table as well.
I'm going to pull them out nice and fucking silly-like and just toss them out on the table.
And these are the ones that Revel had?
Yep.
You just looked at everybody, didn't you?
Revel would be proud.
I don't know about that. He just kind of looks at you and goes, I'll tell you what. This is a very nice piece. I'll give you 15 gold for it.
For just the scimitar?
For just the scimitar.
Done deal. How many daggers? How much will you give me for those bad boys?
How about 1 gold apiece?
2.
I've got to make a profit with these. You realize that, right?
1, and I'll do 3 for both.
1 and 5 silver.
Yes, each. Can I roll persuasion?
Gold. Okay, that's what you want? You want 1 gold and 5 silver?
For each. Yes, and I'll roll persuasion.
Fine. He slides it across the table.
Ka-ching! I'm rich. Ooh, that paid for my alcohol.
Looks at the scimitar again. He goes, very nice. Very nice. What about that maul you got there?
No, this is mine. But you can get me some new armor. I've got this chainmail here, and I need something a little thicker.
You want something a little thicker, huh?
I think. Wait. DM question. Do paladins need to have chainmail, or can they have like full-on like bulky bulk armor?
Looking right now.
I'm pretty sure paladins can wear like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can wear plate mail.
Okay, I got a little too in character, so I was acting a little too drunk. So I'm gonna fact check before I buy new armor that I can't wear. So yes,
doesn't matter to me if you can wear it or not.
I need protection. This chainmail blows. Give me something good. With my size in mind, thank you.
Well, I do have this beautiful, well-crafted set of plate mail armor, but it will cost you.
What's the Can I identify the AC on it? That's kind of like a meta question.
18 is the armor class on it. That'll be 1,500 gold.
Oh, what?
1,500 gold.
You're so quick.
Well, I'll do 10.
You're so quickly.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you for the scimitar and the daggers. He picks one up. He kind of twirls it around in his hand. You see him throw it, and it sticks right into the center of a wagon wheel that he's got.
125 gold, and I'd like to roll for perception.
For perception?
Or not perception, persuasion.
You can roll.
Damn it! Son of a bitch!
He kind of looks at the captain. He kind of looks at the captain, and he's like, please, get this drunken idiot out of my establishment.
Okay.
And he turns his back on you and walks away.
Okay. Sorry.
And you see the captain of the guard kind of walk to you, and he's like, sir, maybe it's time you got some. What do you think?
Some what?
I've got a nice bed over at the outpost there. If you want to come stay there for a while.
Am I under arrest?
Not yet.
That's good.
I'm going to the bar.
Don't you think you've had enough to drink?
No, sleep, not drink. No more.
You're gonna go find a room?
Yes.
So he walks out of the bar, and the captain walks up beside you and goes, but seriously, I'm doing like him. What brings you to Philion?
I don't know, I'm just following the tall giant guy.
Oh, you
Like
the
only one I have right now. And I don't want to be alone, so he's my best bet.
Well, that's horrible. Why don't we meet for dinner tonight?
I'm just gonna go follow Stool.
As you walk away, you see a young lady come by you, and she's like, I ran. She kind of smiles and walks away. You see he kind of, his eyes follow her as she walks away. He looks back at you, and he turns, and you see him follow her down the street. And he's like, hold on, Tilly, hold on. And follows her.
What a weirdo.
Dog continues like sloshing through the mud, goes back to the walk through the door. As you guys are approaching the tavern, you see a tall, lanky guardsman with several children in tow, kind of coming into town. He's carrying one, pushing the others along behind him. He's like, okay, now come on, kids. I gotta get you. I'm going to take you to the school, Mom. I'll keep you there, all right? Just Just stop crying. Stop crying. It's all right. I'll take care of it. It's going to be okay. Come on. And he starts leading the kids kind of through the town.
Can I go up to him?
Sure.
I'll follow since she's followed me this far.
As you walk up, you see him kind of straighten up, and he pulls the kid that he's carrying a little closer, and he motions the other kids to be behind him. Just
What's wrong?
don't come any further.
Oh, I mean no harm. I just wanted to know why all the children looked up so upset.
I think he means me.
Oh, you mind standing back like a few feet?
Puts a little good on. It's all right. You just wait right here, okay? Right back. I'm nice people. And he kind of walks up to you and he goes, you wouldn't be friends with the others that just came in, would you?
The others?
Yeah, the bard and the elf lady.
There's another elf?
And the goblin. Well,
a goblin?
Gobble who?
The goblin. They got arrested the other day, and the magistrate, he's making them work off their debts, and he hired them to go clear out some goblins. Found out goblins, they wasn't hurting nobody. They were trying to save these here kids right here. There's a cult. Cults out there. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. No.
Do you know where these adventurers would be, perhaps?
Well, the last I saw them, they had just saved these kids, and they put the goblin and a monk, drow monk. Can you believe that? A drow monk here in Billion?
Wow.
Heard of them up in the mountains and down in the caves, of course, but I ain't never seen one around here in Philly. Anyway, they came and they put two of them in the bags that these kids was in. They decided they was going to confront these cult leaders. What's going on? I haven't heard anything back from them. They're supposed to meet me here. I don't know what's going on. They sent me back with the kids to keep them safe.
Would you like help keeping them safe? I'm quite good with my bow.
I'm going to take them over to the dock and the school mall down on the other side of town. I think they'll be okay. And then I'm going to head back up that way to see.
Okay. I'm just going to go up to Stoll. What do you think we should do? You just want to go back and sleep, or do you want to go find out more about the story? I love a good story.
You go ahead. I'm going to go get some water and I'll catch up. Yes. Yes. And I walk towards the bar.
Where to find me. Wait.
I'm good at what I do. And I walk in the bar.
He just kind of stumbles away from you. He doesn't even turn around to look at you. He's kind of waving his hand. I'm good at what I do.
It's fine.
Is there any rocks on the ground?
I'm sorry?
Is there any rocks on the ground?
Yeah, there's small rocks on the ground. Nothing very large.
Can I pick one up and throw it at his head?
Oh, you're going to catch this fucking Goliath mole.
Sure, make a dexterity roll against his AC. Oh!
What the fuck?
That's awesome.
You just feel this right on the back of your head. It's not a big enough rock to really bust your head open, but it's a solid thunk.
Ow! What
I
the
wasn't
fuck,
done talking to you.
And you see the guardsman kind of pulls your arm and goes, "Lady, I don't know if that's such a good idea. He looks like he's pretty pissed off right now."
No, I can handle him.
What do you want from me, Rin? What? I turn around and I'm like, what?
We should have a meeting area. The tavern? Is that where we're going to meet?
Do you want to have him wait here and you can come inside with me while I get water? It'll be like 30 seconds.
Fine.
All right. Let's go. And I go inside without getting hit by a rock this time. Fucking A. Fucking rock slinger.
So you're going to go with Coulson to take the kids?
No, she's going to tag along with... we're going to after I go get a drink so I can, like, stop being absolutely fucking plastered.
All right, so you see Coulson start leading the kids down the road that you guys had just come up. He kind of rounds the bend a little bit and disappears.
Oh,
You guys return to the bar, and the bartender is standing behind the bar. He sees you walk in, and I'm
gonna walk up to the bar, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, listen. I'm going to leave. I just want water. More water, please. And I'll pay for the jug so I can take it away. But
that'll be 3 copper.
Oh, all I have is, do you have 5 silver? So I can get some change? I'll just give you a gold. I don't care.
Of course.
Perfect.
You see him fish around under the. He gives you your change. He goes to the back. You hear a pump. He comes back out with some water. He goes, "This is nice and chilled. My wife's got a little spell that she does for it. It's cold as ice."
All right. Thanks, bud.
It's a pitcher that's in your hands. It's almost like just an oversized drink.
Perfect. And I leave.
So as you guys come walking out, you see you wait out front a few minutes. You see people in the town moving around and stuff. You see a gnome in elaborate robes walking on the side of the street where there's no mud, being sure to keep out of the mud, followed by this immense armored figure. That's just like, you can hear the footsteps of it as it's walking by. It's got a large broadsword, and there's a lot of elven runes on it. He walks past where you guys are, out through the gates, and you see him going up the hill toward the outpost, the keep that's outside of the town, where the Crown's Guard are most of the time.
Does the giant's armor look like it's above 16 AC?
Definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna chase them down.
And then you see the lanky come back, and he's like, "Okay, listen, we're gonna go back in. We're gonna sneak. I gotta help my friends, okay? You guys you aren't part of that crazy cult, are you?"
I'm not part of nothing except this water.
He kind of looks at you and watches you sway. He goes, "Water, right?" And he kind of gives you a smile. He looks at you, Ren, and he goes, "What about you? Hey, can I see your wrists?"
My wrist?
Yes.
No. I'm just gonna go behind a door and hide a bit.
Because the cult members had tattoos. I just want to see if you got tattoos.
She doesn't have any tattoos, sir.
No, that would be painful. I'm good.
Water, and don't make me waste it on your face. Yes.
Can I see your wrists?
Sure, buddy. Sure. And I fucking chug the entire thing of water and throw the container, and I show him my wrists.
I need you to do a Constitution check while you show him.
God damn it!
That water mixed with the alcohol that you had already taken is too much for your stomach. You kind of push past him a little bit, walk around behind a barrel beside the steps going up into the tavern, and you start heaving just immensely. Everything that you have eaten all day is now laying on the ground.
All nothing.
And he just kind of looks at you, and he looks at her, and he goes, "Are you sure he's okay to do this?
Does this look magic to you?"
Maybe we should let him sleep this off. What do you
I'm
think?"
just gonna go rub his back. I'm like, "It's okay, Stool. Just throw it up. You got this."
Why do I have a mom?
I'm being nice, you dummy. I'm just gonna hit him in the head. I'm just gonna storm him off.
He just kind of looks at you, Stoll, and he kind of has this confused look on his face, and turns around and he starts following her, and he goes, lady, wait up. And Mom. And so he leads you out of town. You guys walk for about an hour outside of town, and you start seeing garden areas. There's a farm area, lots of wheat, lots of just vegetable gardens everywhere. And he kind of pulls you into the cornfield. I need everybody to make a stealth check.
Sneak? All right. And a disadvantage. Damn, I'm good. Wait, is that double disadvantage because I'm still drunk?
No.
Okay, cool.
You you amazingly disappear into the corn. It's like as soon as your body goes in, you meld with the corn. You can't even see the movement.
I am the corn.
Ren, you're kind of just like you're tripping as you walk through the corn. You can see like stalks are falling down. It's like visible to the crowd that to anybody watching that the corn is being disturbed as you're kind of tromping through it. And Coulson's kind of like, "Did you keep it down?"
I'm gonna toss her up over my shoulder so she can quit making such a loud ass racket. Come on.
Kind of just like fling her over your shoulder, or are you piggybacking her?
Over my shoulder.
Suddenly you feel, are you going to resist or are you going to let him do this, Ren?
I'm just gonna let him do it.
Okay, so you see his hand just come down and he kind of slings you up and over your legs fly over his shoulders and your head's kind of dangling down on his chest, and he puts his hand over you to keep you steady, and he's crouched down, working his way through. You guys approach this outcropping village. In the village, you see people making preparations for something. You see children gathered around what looks like a maypole type thing, and at the top you see men putting a large symbol on top of the pole of a skeletal hand holding scales. Leaning next to the pole is a sun that it looks like it has just been kind of discarded off to the side a little bit. You notice all throughout the town that this skeletal arm with scales is on several of the buildings, and laying on the ground, kind of just thrown to the side, are all of these suns. Hang on one second. All right. But you guys are very stealth in the woods. You watch as a wagon is sitting just at the entrance of a cave, and you see a man starting to walk into the cave, and he's yelling the name Brom. It's like, Brom, are you in here? Brom. Switch scene. Flanardius, Eeks, Lika, Alec. You guys have just defeated this mimic. You're still recovering from the battles that you guys have had. You haven't had a chance to rest yet. Bodies still laying throughout the cave, and you hear this voice coming in. Brom, where are you at? What are you doing in here? What's taking so long? Are the children ready? What are you guys going to do?
Can I... We're still over there where the mimic was, right?
Yes.
Okay. If there's a map up, I cannot see it.
All right. I haven't put one up yet, but I'm getting ready.
Okay.
I'm going to look at both of them, or the three of them, and just be like, well, looks like we have more company.
I'm going to prepare my crossbow.
One. Yeah, you missed the fight, Zealot.
So am I on scene now, or?
Let me prepare. Are you what? Yeah, you're on scene. You were there. You were kind of unconscious off to the side. They woke you up, and at this point, you kind of actually no, you'd be over here.
Yeah, I think he was still back at the beginning of the cave.
Yeah, he was laying on that
Yeah.
shelf. Give me just 1 second. I need to move you over here. I'm not going to lay the bodies out, but I am going to bring an NPC in, which I did not add to. I should have known you would. What? Or if I'm finding the NPC that I want. Okay. Guys. That's not what I want. A second. Almost there. All right. So you see him walking into the cave here, and he's like, you see him see the bodies. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, the Darklings must have been them. I knew it. I knew we wouldn't trust them. And he begins to frantically. He's like, Brom, where are you? Where are you? And he starts looking around the cave area, trying to find his friend. He starts kneeling down over some of the bodies and rolling them over. And he looks up and he sees the unconscious form of Zelik laying on the shelf. You see him pull a dagger, and he starts slowly walking in that direction, trying to sneak.
Do I have a clear shot at him?
If you come out of the cave, well, you guys probably have moved, like, to this area,
Okay.
but stealthily.
I wanted to move on.
Whoa!
All right, you move up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to roll initiative, but you guys do have a surprise round.
Okay, I'm gonna do Ray of Frost at him.
Okay.
Why do I have to be in back?
You're a bard.
You're a bard.
You're a bard. Frick you, man. Fucking bards doing bard things.
Do bird stuff.
You need help, Lika?
Okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to go yet, but there we go. I don't know why. I think I clicked it twice. I'm sorry.
So this blast of ice just flies out toward him. You see it hit him, and he kind of turns in your direction. Go ahead and roll for damage. As it hits him, you see frostbite start to strike his face. You begin to stir Zelik. That takes us into combat. Flenardius, what are you doing?
What's that little pool that's between our party and the?
Don't know.
Okay, I'm going to step out in front, so everybody else is behind me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let loose one of my crossbow shots. One second. Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew.
That's the exact noise the crossbow makes, too.
Yes, it is.
I'm pretty sure crossbows made that sound.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll for damage. Flenardius just kind of pushes his way through you guys and falls down on his knee, on one knee, fires the crossbow. You see the stunned cultist. He turns, he looks at you, he's got frostbite on his face, and the arrow just hits him straight in the throat. And he kind of gasps for a moment, reaches up, looks around the room for a moment, and then falls dead to the
Can I say something to Lika?
Sure.
That attack you did was cold.
Thanks.
Okay, you guys are out of initiative. You guys, Stoll and Ren, you and Coulson hear something going on inside. You hear the scuffle, you hear the blast, and then suddenly everything goes silent. What do you guys want to do?
There are people out in front of us, right?
There are people off to your left. They're quite a distance away now. They're probably about 40 yards away from you, busy doing preparations. There's a kind of an open space, but there's plenty of coverage if you want to try and stealth over to the cave entrance.
I'm gonna go for it.
Why not? I'm just gonna follow.
All right,
You're
so
on my shoulder.
Oh yeah. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. What, you
going?
going stealth again or no?
Yes. And I'm gonna roll stealth.
Yeah, at
Cool.
least for her, all she needs to do is blend in with her clothes, and she's safe. Unless you get hit.
Bro, that's disadvantage too. I'm on fire.
Why
I'm the
is
drunk. I'm the drunk assassin.
All right, this isn't good. Why is Coulson not showing? Why is my computer all of a sudden? All right, give me a second. I actually need to add Coulson. Doesn't show up. I had this all set up. Is it not working?
Ooh, he broke it.
Frustration hits. I got it. I'm on it, guys.
Victory!
I don't know about that. Got it.
Gonna need you to roll for fancy ground troubleshooting.
At disadvantage.
While
Almost there.
while you're doing that, can Eeks go over there and loot that body that they just destroyed?
Oh,
Yes, he can.
a fellow looter. I can relate.
Yes, he can.
You find 15,000 gold pieces.
Okay, 15,000.
You find 10 silver, and you see the same necklace on him that were on the others.
Is it just the gold necklace, or is it like a ultra ornate gold necklace?
It's just a regular one. There's nothing very special about it. And his robes are much less elaborate.
Noted.
All right, and as you're looting the body, you turn around and you see this very large Goliath with this elf girl over his shoulder, and you see Coulson kind of filtering in behind him, and he's very large. How tall are you?
8 foot.
Yeah, you see this 8-foot massive figure of a Goliath with, oddly enough, no tattoos on his face.
Okay. Do I mistake the elf for a child, or do I need to roll perception?
Do a perception check.
That's a very specific mistake.
I mean, how small is she?
No, it's definitely a girl, but you have a hard time telling if she's being carried willingly, or if she's been abducted.
Okay, I fire my crossbow.
I need you in initiative.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. You need what?
So you and Stoll are in initiative. You've got surprise on him, so go ahead and make an attack on him. Let me put him on the board.
What the fuck, dog?
It's an auto crit.
Kill him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, with my assassinate ability.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Let's fucking do
Target him
it,
and
boy!
roll for damage.
What are you shooting at, Eeks?
Roll again.
I got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Eeks, what do you see?
I'm using Stone's Endurance. So I'm gonna remove. What the fuck? How many fucking dice are there?
You only get one sneak attack, damn it.
What the fuck?
No, I thought all damage dice was doubled.
Yes, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry, my bad.
I'm using Stone's Endurance, okay? It's fucking D12. Removed from your fucking damage, dog. So fuck you. There goes 7 damage that you don't do to me, plus my Constitution modifier, which is 10. So that's 10 damage gone, plus 3 because I have Heavy Armor Master. So you only did 17.
So, Stoll, as you come around the corner, you see this goblin raiding the hell out of this person. He looks up, sees you, and just quickly whips out the crossbow, fires at you, and it hits you so close to your heart. It does pierce the armor, and you're just like stunned with the amount of damage that was done to you so quickly. What are you going to do?
Ow! Fuck! What the hell? Who the fuck are you?
Okay, Ren.
You know what?
At the top of the initiative order. What are you doing, Ren?
Oh,
Hold on. I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Oh, you fucking better hide. You fucking better, baby boy.
Behind something big, you can hide. So run and hide, Eeks. Run and hide.
Use my fro, bro.
Up. Did you just cross that lake? That little puddle?
I saw him fucking cross it.
I didn't know what that was.
As soon as you step foot into it, you sink. You begin to sink up to your waist in quicksand. There's no footing underneath you. So you're actually at this point right here.
Yeah.
Ren, what are you doing?
Okay, I didn't know that was quicksand, but all right.
Grab an arrow out of Stoll, rip it out, and put pressure on the wound to keep it stable.
Okay. So you kind of slide down off of him, pull the arrow out. You start trying to like get your hand under the armor plating and applying pressure. Zelek, you're starting to wake up, and you see Eeks stuck in the quicksand. You saw him fire off the arrows, but you can't really tell from where you're at who he was shooting at. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm awake now?
Yes, you're awake.
So I see the Goliath with the ear.
You saw Eeks fire arrows and run and fall into quicksand.
That's what you fucking get.
Well, I'm gonna be like, well, what's happening? Just jump over to him.
You're what?
1 second, just let me get.
By the way, James is here.
James, are you here?
I'm gonna.
He's muted, but he's here.
Oh.
I'm here. I had a power outage, so we had to get that fixed. That was the most stressful hour of my life.
All right, well, let me get through this, and we'll get to your guy.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, so I'm sprinting over like I'm gonna try and put quicksand because he's a small boy.
All right, so you're going to try and help him out?
Pardon?
Are you trying to rescue Eeks?
I'm trying to pull Eeks out of the quicksand.
I can't really make out what you're saying. Can anybody else hear him?
No, he's very quiet.
Speak up a little bit. Okay. So you reach over, Eeks. You see him. You see him running towards you. I need you to do a strength check to start trying to pull him out. Yeah, he reaches over and he starts pulling you out. Now you're out at your knees as pulling you out, Eeks. You are not here yet, Callison. Stoll, what are you doing?
How far is he from me?
Look on the map.
How far? No, I don't know
They're
how.
5 feet.
5 feet apiece?
15, 20, 25. Yeah, they're 5 apiece. So they're about 25 feet, 30 feet.
All right. So first, I'm gonna use lay on hands on myself, which I believe I still have, and I'm gonna heal 15 hit points of that fucking ridiculous fucking attack.
You're welcome.
Fuck you. Oh, you baby boy. I'm gonna walk right over. So I walk there. I don't touch the fucking quicksand. I shove this fucker out of the way, and I grab you by the skull, and I fucking pull him out.
Okay, I need you to. Well, wait a minute. You've already cast healing on yourself.
Can I not move someone and cast healing?
I don't believe that's a bonus action for you, is it?
Ah, shit, you're fuck.
So you see him kind of talk to you, and he starts coming at your direction at a very fast walk, almost kind of a fast stride, almost a jog. And you see his hands start glowing and touching his chest as he's walking toward you guys, very menacingly. Liko, what are you doing?
I'm going to walk around the quicksand and come over on the other side of Zelik. And I'm going to try and help him get Eeks out while yelling at Coulson, "What the heck did you bring in here?"
All right, so you kind of move over in this direction?
Yeah, around the quicksand, though.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I went this way.
Yeah.
All right, give me a strength check. So you reach down with Zelik. The both of you just kind of pull him right out, get him up on shore. You hold him up in the air for a moment and set him on his feet, never taking your eyes off of the Goliath that's coming toward you. Coulson's like, wait, hold on. These are my friends. He looks at you, Randy. He's like, these are the ones I was telling you about. They're the ones that saved the kids. No, don't hurt them.
No. Sure. Stop.
I stop. Like that's why I stopped where I was.
All right, Eeks. They just dropped you onto the ground. What are you doing?
I climb up Lika's back real quick and call out, "Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this, Coulson?"
All right, so you guys are out of initiative at this point, unless you think you're going to continue fighting.
I want to continue fighting.
I'm gonna hold my dagger ready.
I'm just staring at the giant, but I'm giving Coulson the benefit of the doubt right now.
All right, Flonardius, what are you doing?
I'm going to ask Eeks why he fired at the bald gray thing.
All right, so ask him.
He's a bald gray thing.
I'm silver, thank you.
He's a bald gray thing.
Coulson,
You're a short green thing. Fuck you.
and you see Coulson's kind of walking up beside you guys. He's like, now calm down, everybody, calm down. What the hell happened here? There's a lot of dead bodies. Oh, my God. You know what? The captain's going to kill me for this. Is everybody all right? Are you guys all right? You look a little banged up. What happened?
Who are these people?
Oops, I said that in giant.
They came into town today. I ran into them as I was taking the kids back. And well, look at the size of this guy. I thought he'd surely be able to help us. Well, she's so sweet and nice. She offered to help right away.
How
Where's
tough can he
Paul?
be? He almost went down with one shot.
I can fucking show you how strong I am, dickhead.
I'd really like to just look up and down at the Goliath, me being 5 feet tall and square up.
You would like to what?
You see him just kind of step forward and he kind of puffs his chest out a little bit and stands with his hands at the side and ready.
I'm gonna reach down and grab him by the ankle and turn him upside down over the sand. I'm gonna do a strength check.
Okay. Hey, you need to do a agility check.
Is that dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity.
Wait, for me or
no?
me or
For him.
Okay.
For Zelik, acrobatics, Zelik.
God damn it!
So you reach out. He does this really cool Krav Maga thing where he kind of grabs your wrist, flops one leg up onto your shoulder, puts his foot onto your hip, and works his way around to your back, standing behind you, where he could put you into some kind of you're almost sure he could put you into some kind of a grip that would put you out. And so you just kind of freeze for a second as this monk who was first in front of you is now on your back.
I fall backwards onto my back. Straight back. I reach around and I grab him with my other arm. I just fall back.
God.
I'm just laying down.
What to do for this? Give me a Constitution save, Zelik.
Pardon?
That'd be strength because I'm grabbing him.
Constitution.
Strength versus Constitution?
Yes.
Oh, baby boy!
You fall flat on your back, and Zelik, you feel the wind just get pushed right out of you. And you take let's see.
Do you want to know my weight?
Sure.
You take 4 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, it says I have 0 health. Oops.
Oh, he's dead. I win. Oh, he's dead.
I think it was supposed to be like 28 or something.
RKO!
I got you.
Your health total is 29.
Okay.
It says it on the combat tracker.
I took care of it for you. Okay, so you guys have just watched this happen. Coulson's like, "Where's Brom? You guys didn't let him get away, did you?"
Yeah, apparently there's a back entrance to this cave and he snuck out of it somehow.
Who the fuck is Brom?
Brom, he's the leader of this here outpost. He's the one that brings everyone together and takes care of the farming and brings the food to the city, but I think he's also the man behind this cult.
What the fuck's this cult?
There's a cult.
Thanks.
We don't really know that. I don't know that much about it. I didn't even know it existed until today. We came up here because the goblins were killing the kids, went and we fought the goblins, found out the goblins weren't killing the kids, and they were saving the kids from the village, and then the village turned out to be crazy, and my whole world's turned upside down.
You need to breathe, dog.
It's okay.
I am too drunk for this.
Lika, can you use your frost spell on this guy, please? Make him chill.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, no. It's okay. I'm good. Really, I'm good. Where's this back entrance?
Is that like you are underneath me? You cannot hit me.
I use my hands like I'm a monk. I'm just gonna like chop your head.
You are underneath me. I am 300 pounds.
But his arms would still be free because his arms are around your neck.
Yeah, his arms are up. You fell on his chest. Your head's like laying on his chest.
Okay, true.
So he can hit you if he wants.
Okay, so at this point, is Eek still in the quicksand?
No, Eek's still on
Or
her
is he
back.
drowned by now?
Yeah,
Eek is kind of like monkey riding on her back. He's got like his legs are wrapped around her, or his feet are actually on her hips, and he's like kind of up high a little bit with his hands on her shoulders, looking over at the Goliath, not trusting him at all.
Okay, so I'm going to ask Coulson, so are you sure these are allies?
Well, if they weren't, I think they would have attacked you guys. It looked to me like you guys shot first.
Well,
That is very true.
we were just in combat with a bunch of cultists, and you guys just charge in.
What part of me looks like a cultist? I'm drunk.
You don't not look like a cultist.
You don't look like not a cultist either. Fuck
Yeah,
you,
because I'm a
dog.
goblin.
Yeah, you're a fucking goblin.
Okay,
Oh!
okay.
Hey,
Listen.
dude, you had someone on her back. She was all over your back, like you kidnapped her, man.
No, I'm just really bad at
Where are
staying
you
silent.
standing now, Flinardius?
Say that again.
Where are you standing now?
Oh, I didn't move. I was still behind the quicksand.
Oh, you're still over here?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just watching.
Coulson begins working his way around to where you're at, and he's like, "So where's Braum?"
He escaped. I'm not sure which way he went, but we were fighting his cult group, and we then got jumped by these. What were they? Darklings?
Assassin.
Oh, the assassins and
Assassins.
Oh, man.
Which way did they go? Oh, is that them over there? And he points over to the two gray elf bodies that are laying on the ground.
Yeah,
that's them. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to be friends with them. They didn't like me.
He walks over to one of them and he begins examining them, kind of moving it around. He's like, I've never seen him like this before. He looks over at you, Zelik. He's like, have you? Are they part of your people?
Pardon?
These elves. You look down, you see the quite a bit shorter than normal elves that you've seen. Not quite dwarf size, but still a few inches shorter than most normal elves. They're skinnier. They've got a pale gray skin, almost ashy.
Oh yes, those are our slaves. I know them. I start to go quiet.
Is he able to breathe with the Goliath on him like that?
Yeah, he can breathe. He's kind of slowly working his way out.
I'll just get up. I mean, it's not like I'm particularly trapping him. He can still attack me. So I'm also drunk, so it takes me a while.
Yeah, you see the Goliath kind of get up. He walks over, and he kind of stands next to Ren. You see him kind of sway just a little bit, touch himself, and try to look as serious and sober as he possibly can, pretending to be listening to the conversation. Where did they come from?
I'm going to point towards a little cave entrance where they actually came from.
Has anybody been in there?
I have. There
What
didn't look to be a way out, so I don't know how we got out.
I know where they came from.
Where did they come? Where?
They were born. They were born, they grew up, and then they were healed.
Born, they grew up, and then they were what?
Can I hit the monk yet?
So Coulson begins to walk over in that general direction. He slowly starts working his way into the cave. What are the rest of you doing?
Why the fuck did you shoot me? Can we talk about that yet? Or what, man? Fuck.
Wait, what?
Not you, man. Eeks.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
The goblin. You don't know his name yet.
Whatever. Yeah, that was just referring to. Whatever you are. Don't do that again, please and thank you. Fuck.
Hey, that's not very nice.
I almost died.
Yeah,
went
at
unconscious.
that point.
But
Don't come
That was
walking in on a bunch of people that've been fighting some occultists that have been trying to kill kids, looking like you're coming in here to kill a kid.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Ren what her take in all this is. She's been pretty quiet.
Should we follow him? I mean, I'm a bit confused why there's like a cultist and all that, but
is there any alcohol?
he doesn't need any.
Yes, I. Mom!
Not your mom. Shut up.
What?
So as you guys are talking, you guys see Coulson disappear off to the side into the cave.
Buddy.
He can't hear you. He's too far away.
Okay. Then I ignore him.
What are the rest of you doing?
Real quick, I'm gonna see if there's still any problems between Eeks and this bald silver guy.
All right. So do it.
Eeks, my friend. Are you okay with this guy?
As you look around, Eeks is gone.
Hey, where'd Eeks go? That's not my bard voice.
Did I notice that my back got lighter when he left?
No.
You were busy in conversation. You felt him leave, but you were really concerned about where he was going. You were just he was jumping off your back.
Eeks? Can I yell for Eeks?
Okay, I'm gonna grab Rin and hold her in front of me so that I don't get shot because I know they won't shoot her. I'm gonna be like, listen, no shooting me again. I don't like that your small goblin friend is gone, and I don't like that my fucking stone's endurance is gone. So
I don't like being used as a shield stole.
you're not a shield. You're a bluff. You're fine.
Uh-huh.
If you get shot, I'll heal you. It's okay. Yeah.
I think this is how it works.
That's fine. I'm professional.
I'm going to go move around to the outside of that cave entrance, but I'm not going to go back in the cave. I'm just going to stand outside and just kind of listen for Coulson and make sure he hasn't fallen down or anything.
All right. So you move over there, and you hear movement inside the cave. You hear him walking around, and every now and then you hear him just kind of like, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna move to about right here and scream for Eeks. See where he is. Eeks, where are you?
At that point, do I hear him?
Yeah, you can hear him. It definitely reverberates in the cavern. You can't tell what direction it's coming from, but you definitely hear it.
Okay, I'm going to come out from over here and wave.
All right, I'll wave back. I'm gonna go talk to the bald guy because we don't know their names yet, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's why in the chat I'm like, what's your deal?
My deal? What did I do? I got shot. I'm the victim. Fuck. What's your buddy's deal?
Though?
Why am I here? I don't fucking know. Coulson brought me here. We're supposed to be helping out. I don't know what I'm helping with, but I'm drunk and I'm helping. And I've been shot, and it hurt a lot.
So
can I see your wrist?
Yeah, dog. Why does everyone want to see my fucking wrists? Sure, here you go.
It's sick enough to see if you have guns, man.
He shows you your wrist, his wrist. There are no tattoos.
Want to see hers too? And I yank Rin over and I show her your wrist.
And again, you see no tattoos.
Okay. Crazy.
Okay, I'm going to make the assumption here that you guys are okay.
Hide my wrists.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm going to be funny and just hide my wrists so no one can see them.
Lika, as you're standing over there, you hear some shuffling from inside the cave. Then suddenly you hear the sound of like scraping across gravel. You hear a and then some scrambling as if someone's like digging into the ground, and then you hear nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to run around into there. Is it dark in there? Like
there's low visibility. There are like torches throughout the room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run in and just try and look for Coulson and see what happened to him.
You walk into the room, and you see some of the dirt around the tunnel that kind of goes down the pit. In the middle of the room, you see some scrapings on the ground, but you can't. But that's it. You kind of see where handprints have been dragged off the edge, and that's all you see.
I'm going to call for the others and be like, hey, Coulson needs help. And then I'm going to start looking in my bag to see if I have any rope or anything. I don't think I do, but...
All right.
All right. I'm going to look at the Goliath and the... what race is Ren again? I'm sorry.
She's elf.
Oh.
Elven.
And...
I'm a wood elf.
Okay.
I don't know what your deal is, but if you're...
They hit already. I'm following your friends. No more shooting, you please and thank you.
As you guys enter into the cave, you see these beautiful paintings on the walls. Those of you who played last week know the paintings. Those of you who don't, you see the world. It's just beautiful. You see just plants, the beauty. You see this. The people are happy, and as you see Pelor creating the world, and you see him in all of his glory, spreading out his light over the planet. But as the painting proceeds toward the back of the cave, it begins to grow darker. A dark army rises up, fighting against an army of light. There's a great battle, and as the painting goes back, it just gets worse and worse as it looks like hell on earth until you get to the center of the back of the cave. You see the image of Kellamvor standing over a sacrificial slab, and you see Pelor laying out on the slab as Kellamvor raised a blade into the air as if he's about to plunge it into the heart of the primary deity. You see in the center of the room, there is a deep pit. Those of you with dark vision, you can see quite a ways down in there, but it just continues to go and go and go. I need those of you with dark vision to do a perception check.
I forget if I have dark vision.
You do not. I don't.
Can I cast Dancing Lights down, see farther?
Yes, you can.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Dancing Lights to see farther down.
So Lika puts her hand forth, and you see these lights shoot out of her hands, just poof, poof, and they begin to descend down into the cave. And as they go down, you can a little more clearly. It looks like there are handholds in the wall. It looks like a well-traveled path, but it's used by things that can climb the wall very gracefully. And there, I'm going to switch scene to Callison.
Yes.
Callison, you have traveled wilderness, kind of in a swamp, coming across a small village. It looks like a friendly town. The streets are a little muddy because of the swampy area around. And as you're approaching the village, you see a thin guard leading out, kind of leaving the village with a large Goliath and an elf in tow. Just before they had come out of the village, you saw a gnome in very ornate robes and a large armored figure walking through the gates of the town off to a little castle area that is to your left as you're entering into the main gates of the town. The town is surrounded by a wall. It's not an overly large wall, but it is a walled town. And the residents are probably about 200, maybe 300 people. It's a pretty good sized little town.
All right. I think I'm gonna follow that one armor guy towards that castle. That looks.
All right.
I smell adventure.
So as you're standing there, you watch the Goliath and you kind of dismiss what they're doing. Not really concerned, but the armored man has definitely intrigued you. Do you have like any kind of detect magic or anything?
Let me check. I do not know.
Okay, so so you see the castle, and you kind of hang back a little bit, but you follow them. The man in front, the short gnome, and once he enters into town, he starts talking to the guards. Some come up, I'm a little afraid of him as they approach, and he kind of just talks to them briefly, dismisses them with a wave of a hand, and goes into this little building off side. As you follow him into the building, you see him up on a bench on a platform in front of the room. You see people in the village, and you see prisoners are being brought before him. First man that comes in before him, he's guilty of stealing, and the presents him, and he's like, this is Alfred Pennyworth. He has stolen apples. He claims it's for his family, but we caught him red-handed in the act. What shall we do with him? And he looks at him, he goes, first time I've seen you, and my isn't apples, was it? Not from the old man sitting by the gateway. Yes, that's exactly who caught him standing. You know that man, he's probably one of the poorest people in town. I tell you what, 2 years hard labor, and he slams the gavel down on the ground and sends him off. The next person comes, another minor infraction, and yet a very stiff penalty of having to work in the mines. Another person has to work in the fields. Another person is sent, and they're all for like 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. You watch this go on for about an hour or so. Standing in front of him the whole time is this large broadsword in front of him. Give me a perception check.
Oh, geez.
You notice there's a man with a sword.
Yeah.
You see markings on the armor, but you can't really make out too much from the distance that you're at. After an hour or so of this, he kind of looks at the guard, and you see him lean forward. The body doesn't move. He kind of whispers something to it. You see him chuckle, and he walks down off the platform, and the armored form follows him to the castle. Once he enters into the castle, it closes. You're not really able to see much else of what's going on there.
Well, that was boring. I'm going to, I think, retrace my steps and try to see if I could find that other group that I had witnessed.
As you start following the roadway that you had seen them taking down, you walk for about a mile or so, and you come across this. See all of these broken stalks of corn off to the right side of the road. They break off for a little ways back inside, and then it stops probably about 6 feet into the cornfield.
You fucking ran. Everyone's like, oh, the fucking Goliath. No, it was the elf. The one elf, mind you. Fucking A.
You want to roll for perception?
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yep. You see a lot of broken corn, and the road continues on ahead.
Can I try to see if there's any like footprints that I can see in the ground?
Nature check.
Wow.
The ground's very disturbed.
You are the worst at this.
Wow, that was just wow.
Yep, the ground's very disturbed. It's like it's very flat. You can't really make out much in the way of footprints as you stare around at the ground.
He's just like, "Yep, that's dirt."
Yeah, this looks like corn.
Why is it so hard to find adventure?
Broken corn.
All right, well, I'm just gonna try to follow where I think the most damage is, and then just keep going in that direction.
All right, so you walk in, and after about 6 feet into the cornfield, everything else looks pretty good. It's you can't really tell where whatever caused this, if it continued on, if it just stopped, turned around and came back. You're kind of clueless as to what's going on. You're kind of staring at the corn and.
I mean, it's nice corn.
Fuck. Callison's like, fuck, I love corn. God. Fucking corn, man.
Well, I believe to have lost them.
Now, the road does continue north.
All right, well, then I will follow that road.
All right, so you walk on for about another mile and a half. The road forks. It goes to the right, and as you turn and look, you can see a village off to that side. It's not really a outcropping. You see a lot of movement from where you're at, but it's hard to tell exactly what's going on. And then the road continues on into the swamp.
Okay, well, I'll go towards where I see the most movement, yeah.
Okay, so you turn and you start walking to home. And as you do, you see people frantically moving around. They're pulling sun symbols off of their home, putting the symbols of skeletons, hand and arm, holding a set of scales. And this is going on all throughout the town. You see them working out tables, putting food on the tables. The men are building like seats around this maypole. There's some men up on the maypole. They've finished setting up the same arm and scale symbol on top of the maypole. You see some of them like throwing these sun symbols that you recognize as the symbol of Pelor off to the side, just kind of discarding them. Some of the people are coming out of their homes now, putting on these red and black robes. And you see some of them that haven't put the robes on yet. You see the necklaces with that same skeletal symbol on it. Are you just walking into town?
No, because would I know what that symbol is?
Give me a religion check. You are vaguely familiar with it. You know it is a symbol of. Well, hold on. Let's see if I can actually whisper it this.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going to walk into town. I think I'm going to try and find a place to hide and just observe.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Don't fail me now. You failed me now. Damn.
Just as you spot the symbol of Kellenvor on the walls, and you begin to dart your way into the woods, right, to try and get into the cornfield, you hear a small boy going, "Paul, who's that man?" And a gentleman turns around. He's got an axe in his hand as he's beginning to cut some of the wood, and he's like, "Oi, you there! Who are you? What are you doing in this? What can I do for you?"
Hello, my name's Calisan, and I'm just sort of going on a light jog. Not really, just sort of enjoying nature and everything. I came across your town, but I'll be going now.
Give me a deception check.
There we go.
He kind of looks at you and goes, yeah, today's not a good day to be here. We've got a little, it's a private celebration. If you're looking for food, I can give you some to send you on your way, or you're more than welcome to come back tomorrow. And little boy's going, Daddy, is he one of the, shut up, son, just go find your mother.
I'm plenty good on food. I'll just be going. Hope the celebration goes well.
Oh, I've got a good feeling that it will. That's for sure. We've got some special things lined up for today, but I wish you could join us, but you know, it's just for the town folks. So thank you very much, and stop back by tomorrow, maybe.
Of course I will. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Alan Henderson.
Alan Henderson. It's been a pleasure. And I turn around and I just start jogging away. Very like high knees.
Alan's like fucking joggers. Weirdos.
As you look back over your shoulder, he's just kind of watching you for a few minutes as you walk away, and then he turns around and you see him kind of pat his son on the back, kind of push him along to go find his mother, and he begins cutting back to the paying you mind. And what do you want to do?
Well, after that incident, quite strange and unsettling. I'm going to go down the other road. Perhaps this is where I don't believe that town was where that Goliath went.
Okay.
So
I go.
So you
yeah,
travel on deeper into the swamp.
Yeah.
All right. So you start traveling up into the swamp. The mosquitoes start coming out. They're very intense. You travel on for probably another 300 or 400 yards, watching the ground. You don't really see any footprints or anything going that way. You do see wagon prints coming back, hoof prints with wagon wheels behind them, traipsing back in the direction that you had just come from. Do you want to continue going forward?
Well, I appear to be lost. But I mean, the best adventures come when you're lost. Yeah, so I'm going to continue forward.
So as you continue going, you hear some noise coming from the woods to the left-hand side. And you see a small little deer path back that way. Just some scurrying, some little, you hear something go shh, and you hear a feet kind of moving, and then stillness.
All right. I'm going to stop jogging with high knees, and can I try and see, like, get a better view of what is scurrying?
Give me a perception check. As you start peering into the woods, you see a bush shape. You see this little tuft of black hair kind of dart just at the bush line. It kind of like runs across to your left. You hear it stop, and you hear it. It sounds like a possible bowstring being pulled.
Hello there. Is anyone out there?
Who are you? Go away!
The name's Caliban.
We don't want no more trouble here.
Well, I don't bring trouble, friend.
We was trying to help. We don't. Who are you? Are you with the other bigs?
Yes.
I don't know if I trust. I think. I don't think. Give me a deception check.
Woo!
Damn.
You hear the relaxing of the bow, and 2 goblins walk their way out. Are they okay? Did they get hurt? Are they dead? Did the townspeople kill them?
They're not dead, but they are injured, so they are resting up for the time being.
They're resting. What? Tell them to come in. We'll hide them in the cave.
Where is your cave exactly?
Follow us. And they begin to lead you deeper into the woods. You find this little kind of like hidden with bushes. You go inside into the cave. It's dark, stank, and you've got to kind of bend down. This is definitely a goblin cave. And you work your way back into the group until you see this rather large goblin surrounded with a couple of females. And you're like, what have we got here? It's another big. Is he with the others? Yes. He says he was. He says he's with them. What's his name? What's your name?
Hello, my name's Calasan.
Nice to meet you, Calasan. I am... Oh, shit, I don't remember his name.
I am... Oh, wait. What is my name?
There.
My name is...
Oh.
All right, honestly. Do
My
not
name is
remember my name. Ironfoot.
Pleasure to meet you, Ironfoot.
Did you rescue the children? We've been
The children.
saving as many as we could.
Yes, I rescued the children. Yes, I took part in that.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Lenardius distracted me.
My name is... Oh, shit.
Where are your friends at now?
They're just resting. They had a bit of a scuffle. But they'll be around soon.
I would imagine they have. Those townspeople, there's a lot of them, and we've seen others there too. Little gray ones. They're not much bigger than we are.
That's strange.
They've been taking the kids, been killing the kids. We've been trying to save the kids.
So I got hit on the head a little bit, so I'm still a little bit fuzzy on what's going on. What? Can you explain to me what's going on again?
Here, sit. You want something to drink?
Oh, yes, I'd love a drink.
He looks at one of the girls. He's like, "Get some of the berry." You see the girl disappear off the back. She comes back, and it's a very syrupy drink. You kind of smell it. It does have a sweet smell to it, but you can tell it's from the aroma and the way it burns your nose. It's a pretty strong drink. He takes one of the glasses from her. He hands you the other one. He goes, "What's been going on? I'll tell you what's been going on. Those bigs over in the town over there, they've been killing children. They've been bringing them in by the wagon loads. We've watched them. Couldn't stand it no more. Sent my boys in. They rescued them, didn't you guys?" And you see one of the goblins outside. "Yes, we did. We snuck in at night. They were caught in the barn, and we rescued them. We put some of the bars off from the back, some of the boards, and we snuck in through the back too." Yeah, we did. That's exactly what we did. And we got the kids out. We brought them here. You guys tried to come and kill us. Thought we were stealing them, but we wasn't. We were saving them. Now, wasn't we, boys? Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. So,
Right.
Then, once we told them what was going on, they went into the town. We haven't heard from them since. It's been, what, good 2 hours ago?
Yeah, I'm out. But do you want me to check in on them?
Thought you said they was hurt. Thought you knew what was going on.
Oh, I do. Yeah. No, do you want me to go bring them back, is what I meant.
Do a deception check.
Hostess, don't fail me now.
He kind of glares at you for a moment, leans forward. Yeah, I think maybe I'll send some of my boys with you. Bring them back. I don't want to go there. Fine. So two of the goblins kind of walk over. Come on, let's go. And they lead you back out of the cave onto the road. Bring the bigs back. Especially that girl elf. Kinda liked her.
You got it. Pal.
Pal.
I
shoot him some finger guns and then walk off.
They start to walk you back down the way you had just come. But before you get to the road that now shoots off to your left, they duck off into the woods. I need you to do a stealth check.
Mission Impossible starts playing.
Yes.
They
walk you through the woods, and now you can kind of see the village. You see that they're beginning to really dress the place up. The food is now being spread out. You can smell the aroma. Everybody is now in row, beginning to gather around the pole. Some of them are looking off to a cave that you see in the distance. And at the entrance of the cave, you see a wagon and two horses. But that's really all you can make out from there. The goblins that are with you kind of look up at you and right there, that's where they keep the children. They put them in there and then they kill them in there. They bring their hearts out and they present them to all of the people around the area. And then they start to sing these god-awful songs. It's awful, it is.
Listen, you two stay here. Keep watch.
Keep watch. Yes, right. We'll keep watch.
For any if any of the villagers come, give me a holder.
We'll do a signal. It'll be like a caw, caw, and you hear that, then you know they're coming. I'm not going to get out there in the middle of them. Look how many of them there are. There's got to be about 40, 45.
Beginning to like you boys. All right, wait here, and I go off towards the cave.
Give me another stealth check.
Oh boy!
Whoa! Oh! So you skirt wide around, and you duck down behind these bushes that are right by the entrance. As you approach, you see that in the back of the wagon, there's still a few burlap sacks that are in there. There are 4 left in there. You enter into the cave, and you see several dead bodies on the ground. Most of them are human. You see blood in areas. You see some frozen. Some of them have been cut to pieces. You see a woman laying on the ground who looks like she's just been stabbed, nearly gutted. And then you see some elves that have, they're shorter in stature, almost about the size of the goblins that you were just with. But their skin is like an ashy gray color, very thin. They look almost sickly, but surprisingly well muscled. And you hear voices coming from a cave just a little deeper from a side cave going in.
All right. I am going... I'm going to cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
And out pops a little gecko. And I'm going to just sort of direct her in the direction of the voices to see if I can see what's up ahead.
Okay. So this little gecko appears from you. It begins to scurry across the floor, up this little shelf, and then around the corner. It starts into the cave. Are you seeing through the gecko's eyes?
Yes.
Okay, so your eyes go ghostly white as they disappear as it disappears around the corner, and you begin to see several figures. You see a drow. You see a white-haired elven woman. You see a goblin. You see a half-elf, flamboyantly dressed bard off to the side. You see this giant Goliath, and then a ranger, all gathered around a whole pit that is in the ground. You see this beautiful, elaborate painting that I described earlier with Kellenborg about to kill Pelor along the backside of the wall. And you see them intently talking about the pit. You can't. Are you able to hear what the gecko says, or what the gecko hears? Or
I think I could just see.
That's what I think.
Yeah, it doesn't specifically say, but I'm pretty sure it just says you can see through your familiar's eyes. Oh, and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. So I can't hear.
You can hear?
Yeah.
So and so what are you guys talking about in the cave?
First off, do I see the gecko?
Give me a perception check. And give me a stealth check for the gecko.
No, I see it.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, you see this little gecko kind of.
I'm gonna pick it up and eat it.
You are now seeing inside a small goblin.
You bite it.
You see this
and
hand reach
it
for you.
disappears.
You see the hand reach for you, then suddenly you see the healing, and then it's gone.
No chewing.
I'd like to let out a little girly scream. Can I roll for loudness?
Roll
Say
for
what?
volume.
Yeah, roll for volume of this.
Is that a strength check?
All right,
Or
so
performance?
you let out a little cry.
I'm gonna peek back.
Give me a stealth roll.
All right.
Versus Eek's perception.
Ooh.
Yeah, and if I hear the squeak, I'm going to come back around too.
Oh, am I rolling a new perception?
Yeah, roll a new perception. Go ahead and roll perception, Lisa.
Okay.
And you too, Ren. You're an elf.
What about
Actually,
me?
you too, Leonardius, and you, Zealot.
But not me?
No, not you.
Oh, Rin
Aw,
noticed.
it's because I'm drunk, isn't it?
I'm too irritated.
Yes, Ren, you hear this little sound.
Oh God, what was that noise?
I'm gonna ready my crossbow.
Oh, here we fucking go again! Don't fucking shoot anyone else! Thank you!
All right, so who's exiting the cave?
I'm gonna walk out in front of Eeks before he shoots someone else who's not an enemy. I'm gonna go look around because he's aiming at something, so I can assume that. Walk
So
where he's walking.
you see Eeks preparing his cry. She says, "What was that noise?" Eeks kind of perks up a little bit, and you see him start loading his crossbow and heading toward the entrance of the cave while he's loading it. Stoll just kind of pushes past him while he's loading it, and steps out through the cave. As you step out of the cave, you see this man standing in the middle of the room, just kind of looking at you. How are you dressed? Describe yourself, Calisan.
So I'm sort of in a mixture of what looks like wizard robes, but they're also a little sort of flamboyant and a little different, more like sort of bardic clothes. So it's a mixture of both of those. I am wearing a single white glove on my hand.
Which hand?
Which hand?
my left hand.
Oh, you're safe this time.
Yes, I have a wonderful mustache. Some beautiful hair, some beautiful blonde hair, brown eyes,
Very Errol Flynn looking.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna toss my shoulder up.
Through my hair, you can sort of see a little point of my ears, but it's not like quite obvious.
I'm gonna pull out my my fucking big ass maul and just sort of like drop it on the ground, and I'm gonna yell out to him, and be like, "Listen here, bud. You're either gonna fucking attack me, or you're gonna get your ass over here before I have to use this fucking Goliath maul." And I'd like to roll for. I want to roll intimidation.
Yes. Against your intelligence.
All right.
Fucking Brainiac. Don't pull any crazy shit.
Well.
Rolls fucking 7 and has like a +9. Oh, for fuck's sake. You better listen to me, buddy. You see the size of this thing?
You look at Stoll, and you look kind of swaying a little bit, and there's a little slur to his speech, and the way he kind of dropped the maul onto the ground, like hit the head onto the ground, it almost slipped out of his hand. He's definitely not in intimidating form right now. As a matter of fact, I need you to do another Constitution check, Stoll.
Cool.
You feel it starting to churn in your stomach again, but you're able to hold it. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to walk out from under Stoll's legs. Because I'm assuming I can just walk straight since he's so tall.
No shooting, please.
That's awesome.
Aiming my crossbow at Callison. I'm like,
say hello to my little friend.
My hands are immediately up, like in the air. Before I do that, I pull out a white flag and I start waving it.
Let me see your wrist.
My wrist.
I get a whiff of something sweet and nicely scented, so I'm going to peek around the corner and see what's up.
Okay.
Is that Kenneth Cole?
I'm looking down the hole, trying to figure out if I can start climbing down.
Okay.
Lika's a madman.
What are you doing, Zellic and Ren?
Curiosity.
Can I try to take one of the paintings without anyone noticing?
What the fuck?
No, they're actually painted on the walls.
Oh, they're painted on the walls? Okay.
Take them anyways.
It's like this very beautiful oil painting that just goes all the way around the walls of the cave.
I'm just gonna follow Stoll then.
So you kind of push your way past Floonardius. Floonardius, you see robes, and the first thing you think when you see them is another board.
I don't think he means any harm, guys. Look how he's dressed.
Do I see any tattoos on his wrist?
No, you do not see any tattoos. Well, actually, I don't know. Does he see tattoos?
Yeah, do I see tattoos on your wrist?
He just
no, there's none.
Empty wrists and a small white flag on a stick. I'm just waving it.
He's kind of like daintily waving it, going, like, friend here, friend.
I'm a nice guy, please.
Is that a monogram silk handkerchief?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I was going to ask him about, like, who are you? What do you want?
Well, I should ask the same about you, seeing as how you're the one in the cave.
I want to aim my light crossbow at his head.
Can I aim my Goliath maul like it's a crossbow?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, baby! Put your hands up!
As Eeks, who's still standing kind of between the Goliath's legs, he raises the crossbow up menacingly, pointing directly between your eyes, Castle, and you see this drunken Goliath lift up his maul, and he starts aiming it at you like he's aiming down it. He looks at the looks down at the goblin and then looks back at the thing, gives his smile, and kind of chuckles a little bit. What are you doing, Caslin? Calisan?
Caslin.
Casper.
What are you doing, Cal?
I am. Look, I mean, you no harm. I met up with, I think he's your friend, Ironfoot. Iron something. There.
Oh, you mean oh shit? Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. Do you mind explaining to me what's going on here?
No, I'm. Eeks, help!
Cultists sacrificing kids. We're killing cultists.
Sounds like fun.
Are you a cultist?
I can be, but I'm
All right,
not.
let's go. All right, let's kill him.
I'm gonna shoot at his feet.
Shoot me.
Give me a dexterity roll.
Jump, dance, boy, dance.
Yeah, Eeks. Yeah, you shoot, and it lands like right his left foot, almost in just within an inch of it. You can actually feel the dirt shift where it hits the ground. Cal,
I don't think
you're serious.
I don't think you understood what I meant. I mean, I can disguise myself as a cultist. Not that I am one. We're dealing with some Kalimvor worshippers. Am I right?
What?
You hear that, Lee?
Yeah, I'm just kind of ignoring it right now because I'm worried about Coulson being dead at the bottom of this pit, and I'm very curious to find out what's going on at the bottom of this pit.
I'm gonna walk up to Callus, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, listen, buddy, do you have any alcohol by chance?"
And
I'm slowly no longer being drunk.
As he approaches you, you can hear the sloshing of something in his bag. It's just like shoot, 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 as he staggers over your way.
Unfortunately, I don't at the moment.
Worthless. I storm off and I go back over here. I'm mad.
Your globules of light are descending down into the cave until it gets to the point where they're just too far down and you can't see anymore.
Oh, he's dead.
Great. So I see the little handholds in the wall, right?
Yeah, you guys can see. You can definitely these handholds in this path has been.
Can I try to climb down?
You can certainly try.
Oh God, bro!
Give me an athletics check.
I'm gonna walk up to the edge so that if she falls, I can try and catch her.
Before Lika tries to do that, can I give her some inspiration?
Sure. You got to sing her a song or something.
Right,
oh yeah, sing for us.
Oh, the tiger, you can do it.
Now you hear him break out into song, and though you don't quite understand what he's singing about, you feel this odd inspiration. You get an extra.
Oh, the tiger.
It burns.
Nice.
Oh, Lika, you can climb it every time. Go, Lika.
Hey, but you can climb.
All right. So do I just do a straight athletics, or is it with advantage?
Do an athletics check, and then you don't get advantage. You get to roll a d6 with it.
Okay.
Is it a D6 or a D8?
Which one is it?
It's a 1d6 for now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it changes.
I hit twice. Sorry.
That's all right. So you nervously, kind of lower your legs down. You get down on your belly. You kind of lower your legs down. You start feeling for footholds, and you begin to descend down into the cave. Your hand slips every now and then as you and you try not to look down. You continue looking up at your friend as the bard continues to sing to you on your way down, and you begin to descend into the darkness. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I hear the song?
You can, but only, he can only inspire. He project it onto one specific person.
No. I just want to know if I could hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it.
How drunk am I?
You're still pretty hammered.
I probably shouldn't try and go down there.
That's a good idea.
Hey, Bard buddy! I heard you're a bard. I need some help. Cal, the elf thing. Come here, bud.
You talking to me?
Can he hear me?
Who?
Calisan.
I don't know. Callison, have you walked into the cave?
I'm still feeling very. I've moved a little bit forward, but I'm still very threatened by this goblin still pointing a crossbow at me.
I'm picking him up over my shoulder. We're going, buddy.
Are you letting him pick you up?
No.
Okay.
High speed. Oh, baby boy, come on up.
Unfortunately, this giant Goliath walks over to you, scoops you up, and throws you over his shoulder.
We got a mission, buddy. Welcome aboard. Let's go get him.
Stagger his way back into this cave.
I'm gonna set him
what's
down.
going on, and I'm not sure I like it.
He's going right there. All right, buddy. You're a bard, right? Is that why you're dressed like this?
No.
What?
I mean, I play songs, but I'm not a bard.
Then what are you? Huh? You some kind of witch?
That's close. I'm a wizard.
Can you help me go down there? Can you inspire me?
No.
Come on, man. Read me cool poetry or something.
I cast Mage Hand. I won't hold you up.
Can you carry me down?
Judging by how you picked me up just there, I don't think so.
Would you like me to carry you down?
No. Really, I really don't want that.
You're descending down deeper and deeper, by the way.
Okay, yeah, my lights are following with me. They're leaving a trail up to the top as far up as they can go away from me, but yeah, otherwise they're still moving down with me.
All right, and those of you who are watching can see her scurrying down. What are the rest of you doing?
Is there anything up here to tie my rope off onto?
Yeah, there are several little outcroppings of stone, small stalactite or stalagmite.
I am a stone, so I can hold it for you.
I am going to tie my rope off onto a rock, and I'm going to swan dive into the hole.
He's a madman.
You see him tie it off, and then he just runs at the hole, spreads his arms, and just kind of bungees right straight down. You see him go past you, Lika. You go down. How far is your rope?
I'm like, what the? And I'm going to start trying to send my lights to catch up to him so that way he's not in darkness down there.
I got dark vision.
How far is your rope?
It's 50 feet.
50 feet? Yeah, so you get about 40 feet down because you had to tie some of it off and you had to put some of it around you.
Okay, as I'm falling, I'm going to take my dagger and cut the rope. I'm going to roll an acrobatics check to make sure I land this.
So you're going to cut the rope?
And then try to grab onto one of the footholds.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Give me
I think I nail it.
Psycho!
I think I nail it.
You cut that rope just before it pulls taut, letting your momentum carry you across, you just kind of Spider-Man onto one of the walls, look up at Lika, give her a smile and a wink, and you begin scurrying down the wall ahead of her.
I yell after him, shut up!
You're actually scurrying down head first, just ching, 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 ching,
Holy shit.
down the wall. What are the rest of you doing?
You guys really gonna make me go down there? Bard fella, the actual bard, not lying flamboyant bard. Can you sing me a song?
I do have a name, you know.
I don't know it, man. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I am Flanardius Flubstep.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Give me an intelligence check, Stoll.
What a name.
Never heard of him. Ren, give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Man, like a famous like dubstep artist.
Yeah.
Flubstep.
Oh my!
Do you wait?
Why?
Do you want me to roll too?
Yes. Calisan, you turn and you look at Flanardius, and you just kind of stare at him, and you recognize his name. You recognize the group, the Grateful. What was it?
The Ungrateful Living.
Yes, the Ungrateful Living. You remember seeing them a few years back in a tavern, and it was one of the best shows you've ever seen. And the fact that you didn't recognize him just kind of blows you away.
Oh, you're Flanardius from the Ungrateful.
Does he lose his grip?
Say what?
It just falls over from shock.
It's crossover from his song.
I'm your biggest fan. You actually inspired me to learn the lute. And I pull up my really crappy looking lute.
Oh, do tell me more.
I saw you in concert. It was amazing.
Go on.
I was. I'm a bit of loss for words right now. Would you be willing to sign my lute?
I will sign your lute and your flute. Hand them over.
What did
What are you doing, Zealot? Why you see this bromance forming?
I have a question. What are you signing it with?
Yeah, what are you signing it with?
He just signs it with his finger. He's like, "Here you go, buddy."
He keeps a pen, a dip pen, ready with him at all times.
It's a Quillen.
Oh, fan! Perfect.
A Quillen pen, if we were
Yes.
to be specific.
Aquilin ink.
So is that
Oh,
a
yes,
go on
yes.
the whole inspiration singer? Because I kind of got to go down there, and I am not.
Right.
Sure. Let me prepare my spell.
Yes, please, brother.
What is your name?
Brother.
The name is Stoll.
Okay. I'm going to target Stoll, and instead of casting inspiration, I'm just going to cast suggestion, and just tell him to go. Just go down the hole any way you can.
What?
So damn right.
I feel. What just happened?
Hang
Hold
on.
on. Can't target him. Hold on.
You want me to target him for you?
I got it now.
Okay. Nope, you got Lika. There. Nope, you got Flanardius.
I got all three. Who's the drunk one here? Come on, Scott.
All right.
Yeah.
My suggestion is did I Oh, I failed.
So you see him look at you, and you hear him tell you, climb down this any way you can. But in your fucking state, it just has absolutely no effect on you. And you just kind of look at him, and you think, no.
So what race is Scott?
Half-elf.
How tall are they?
Little bit shorter than humans, I think.
Taller with the fro.
Yeah, taller with the fro. Yeah, he's got that big red fro.
Yeah, he's going on my shoulder.
Oh my!
Which strength check, Leonardius?
What kind of check?
Yeah, strength. Strength or athletics, whichever's higher.
Oh wait, what? I can't. Can I do athletics?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 19.
No, yours is just strength. His can
Mine
be
is just
athletics.
strength? Oh, what the
Yeah.
hell?
He's trying to dodge. You're trying to grab.
Aw. What the fuck?
Bazinga!
Are you dead ass?
In your drunken state, you kind of just like start flailing for him, and he's just kind of pushing your hands off and dancing around with you a little bit, kind of letting you think you have a chance of doing it, but not quite getting there.
Nice try, Stoll, but you're not my type.
Eeks. You're climbing deeper down into the cave. You've still got this ball of light following you, but you can see ahead, and you see the end of this, and you see this ground area. Don't see a body laying on the ground in front of you. As you crawl down a little further and kind of peek your head over the side, you can look both ways, and you see a tunnel running in either direction.
Do I hear anything come from either of the tunnels?
You do not.
I'm gonna go right.
Okay.
Stealthily.
So you kind of spin and drop on the ground, and you stick close to the wall. There are loose rocks and boulders on the edges of the pathway, and the ball of light stays in the tunnel. It doesn't quite drop down in the area that you're at. It stays above you, but it is casting a little bit of light. So the first few steps that you have a hard time stealthing, but then eventually you start blending into the shadows a bit, and you work your way down the tunnel. You start seeing a faint light. You hear voices. You hear Coulson saying, "Mr. Brom, I promise you, I won't say anything. Just don't let him hurt me, please, sir." And he says, "Shut up, boy. You shouldn't have been down here to begin with. It's your fault that all of this started. If you just took him out there and killed them." "Sir, I didn't know anything about any of this. I swear, Captain Pelcher told me to come on down here, and sir, I would have stayed completely out of your hair if I don't even know anything about Kellum. Sir, please don't let that thing hurt. Don't." And you hear this other voice that you haven't heard. "Just let me kill him. Get this. Tired of it. If you want to serve the master."
Your mic's breaking.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot, Trya. Are you using push this?
No. Hang on a second. Hey, can you guys turn that TV down in a minute? So what was the last thing you heard?
I think I got the gist of it.
Okay.
My question is, do I see Grom or that other voice?
You haven't entered the cave yet. You just hear the voices.
Okay, can I move up?
Okay. So you begin to sneak forward a little bit more, and as you start to look around the corner, you see Coulson on the ground. His hands are tied behind his back. You see Brom, who is standing in front of him. He's got a dagger in his hand. You see another creature that looks very similar to the dark elves, the Ashen elves, much taller, a little thinner. He's a little more ornately dressed. He's got this really nice leather on. Half of his face is covered. He's got this gray hair. He's got a very powerful body. You see a couple of other smaller assassins that are kind of gathered around the area, and in the center, you see this red humanoid figure sticking out the top of his head, large wings reminiscent of a bat or a dragon, and a tail coming out the side. He's got a beautiful tunic. He's got a goatee and a mustache. He's sitting up on a chair, this beautiful golden chair. And all around this chamber, you see symbols of Kelemvor. You see these paintings of death, destruction everywhere. You see a couple of chests off to see an entrance on the far side of the cave that continues to go on.
Okay. I'm going to shoot at the creature that's ornately dressed. The like the darkling looking thing.
Okay. Just a second.
Does he know I'm there?
He does not know you're there right now. You're definitely in shadow.
I'm so screwed when I get to the bottom of this tunnel.
I'm gonna move all of this into the combat tracker here. And
is there anyone that's watching the tunnel or watching these guys go down?
You guys are all fumbling around like Three Stooges at the top of the cave. Nika, you are now getting to the bottom.
Did I see which tunnel he went down?
No, you did not.
Can I start climbing down?
You were too busy like concentrating. Yes, give me an acrobatics.
Okay, I'd like to just like jump down and try and look cool while doing stuff.
You should have feather fall, so you can just sort of jump and then fall whenever
Yeah,
you
you should be able to.
I'm not 4th level.
You should be 4th level by now.
Oh, I am? Okay, my bad. Yeah, I should have feather fall.
For some reason.
You never answered my question in DM, by the way. Try.
What was that? I didn't hear it.
I still need to roll for my hit points, and I didn't want to just like raise them out of nowhere because it would look really like weird. But I never raised them for my 4th level.
Okay. Give me just a minute because I'm having some trouble.
Yeah, no sweat.
We'll do that after the game.
Okay.
I'm going to stop my lights so they're not coming down in the tunnels. But so that way, if anybody else keeps coming down, they can still see on their way down.
Okay. One moment. This is not what. I've got like way too many things here.
So should I use so far in my acrobatics to just jump down, sliding around?
Yes, you're kind of just like jumping from side to side. Lika, you're kind of getting frustrated because asking you.
Bring under my breath.
Give me just one moment here. I've got to add a couple of things. I should have tested this before. Oops. Yep. Okay, now let me roll initiative. And you get a surprise round. Eeks.
And I'm aiming at the Darkling Elder.
You're aiming at the Darkling Elder?
That's the
No, the Cambion is the red figure.
Okay, I was aiming for the one that looks like one of the Darklings.
Okay, then yeah, you got you're talking about the leather clad one, long hair, taller.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Darkling Elder.
Okay.
He ain't my elder.
And it's an auto crit because he hasn't had a round of combat yet.
Right.
Just kill him. Oh my god, yes. Yes.
Nice.
Eeks, let's go with an arrow sinks deep into the chest of the Darkling. The Darkling actually flies backward and lands on the ground as the rest of the group and look at the flying person, and they look in the direction that the arrow came from. The creature in red looks and says, "Kill him! Kill them all!"
Bonus action to hide.
You cut back into the cave as the Darklings begin to separate but head in your general direction, and that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Oh, okay.
He's already ready to get out of here. He's like, fucking him out.
Duck and cover.
Stealth!
Shit.
Thank you, guys. I enjoyed tonight. I'm looking forward to see how you guys mesh together as a team.
See, what I was really hoping to happen is me just fall from the sky, punching or stabbing someone.